Hey, it started live all by itself. I gotta clean the screen. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me see. Oh yeah, I cleaned it. So it's a bright, sunny day. And we're gonna put this video here. We're gonna see what we're live. We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of things. Let me see if I can spin this around and not look at the sky. Wait a second. Okay, I think I did it. So what's in there? That's the book. Where am I in the book? Okay, I can just move this up here. Okay. Now I gotta check my phone. I gotta check my phone. Go to live. Live. Let me see. Live. Homeschool. So we can't open this, right? It just won't let me open it. I don't know why. Let me see. Save the playlist. Share. Edit. Edit in advanced settings. Mathematics. Add to playlists. I thought I did that. Altered content. No. Tags and short reminiscent numerology. Cabal K. And I'm going to save that. And maybe they won't let me watch today for some reason, the live here. So how do I go back to it? I got to go back. So live in the heart, first 27 minutes. Okay, this one's still not working. Share. Okay, maybe if I copied the link and open it somewhere else, right, then I can just, there you go. Now, okay, now I can see myself. I can see the chat. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What are you waiting to see, right? What do you, let me have to see this phone for a second. Just 1 second. Just want to see where the phone shows up. And tilt it down a little bit. Will it act like a mirror so you can see me? Okay, right like that, right? But you can't see, you can see my hand. Okay, I'm not gonna fool around with that. I'm just gonna keep that for questions. Do you wanna see my face? Do you wanna talk about who I am, what I do, right? I'd like to have a little bit of chat here. So I don't know if I should start and waste the time or use up your time, and our time is precious. The 168 hours, 168 hours of precious time. Or should I jump right into it? What's part of the subject is today? Just want to see if I can move around my book so that you can see the whole book. I don't know where this, I'm coming in slow. There seems to be a lag here, so I'm not even seeing it myself. So I'm just placing my book to find the center. Is it to this side? Maybe this is too big. Let me see. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Whoop. Whoop. No, that's not good. That's not good. Whoop. Page blew up. 1 second. We're getting into this. I have to prepare. I need to see what you see. I don't know if somebody pulled into my driveway or across the street. Okay, I hope not. Okay, well, so we can see. So what we're going to work on right now is the 9 months. Now, you're in the womb for the 9 months. They're calling it 40 weeks. So we're going to work with that day. Now, if it's 40 weeks, right, and you don't know when the moon cycle started, you might be running 3 weeks in the moon cycle and only be in there in the last week, right? So that's what's going to make the difference. I think they call it the ovulation or something. Ovulation, right? Oval. Oval, right? You can just say the oval, right? I don't know. You can just figure it out like that, okay? Rain from Africa. Did you know the show? Did you know your show credit card number is one of your worst streams? Did you know? Hold on a second. I just lost that. Did you know you show your credit card number in one of your streams. Yes, I know, I know. It wasn't a, it's not a credit card, and not in one of them, but in many of them. That's why I change it every 5 weeks because, but I really appreciate that. Um, yeah, and anyways, it has very good. Okay, next. It says chat at the bottom, but did you know that chat in French to a French person is actually saying cat? The cat and the dog. That I'm gonna just jump onto that before I move on. But the difference. I just want to say this just for a minute, right? Did you know that your credit card now in one of my streams? Okay, it'd be nice to know which one so I can just get it out. What I just want to do right now is I'm gonna jump to the cat and the dog. I'm hoping that I got it right over here. 24 and 26. The chat, right, which is cat in French, okay, if you notice the difference is 8, so there's 32. Just to note that the rim around here, okay, is going to be 8, and the rim around this one, okay, is going to be 8 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 5, 3, 5. So if you want to know where 5, 3, 5, 1 comes in, this is where it comes in. Well, you know what? It shouldn't bother me because it's not a credit card and there's nothing in it. And it's, you know, it's too late now to worry about it and lose my time. I have more important things to do. So that's the reason. We have to pick and choose our worries in this world. We can't make everybody happy and we don't want to make anybody sad, right? But things happen. So it makes me sad to know that, but what can I do? I don't want to lose my trend of thought. I really appreciate it. And I've been out here for 20 years right now. The world knows a lot of stuff, but let's get back to this. Now, what happens is when you say dog, you say chien, and that's 5 letters. And there's not even one letter that's the same in dog as in cat. Now, if I had to take the same, the only difference is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. It's the 5, 3, 5, and it explains this number over here. The reverse cube of 5 and 3 is 4 and 2. This is a gateway. This is your gateway to your ho, 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 69, which is 33. And this is 86 equals to 14. The house planet, right? The word house planet. Thank you very much, Rain in Africa. Thank you, much appreciated. Number 86, which is 4 times 2, 4 plus 2, equaling to 14, which the reverse of that is 56, 65, equaling to 41. Okay, this reverse combination, the story that it tells, if you notice, we have 11. If you look in the cube, it's 5 and 4. Sorry, it's the 4 and 3 and 6 and 4 and 5, right? Equaling to my 2 9s. It's the dot and the void in the cube, right? If I show you 9 dots over here, right, and I take away 2 dots, I have 7 left. If I show you 9 dots over here and I take away 3 dots, you have 6 left. If I go ahead and show you 9 dots here, right, and take away the 4 corners, okay, that 4 corners is going to show me 5 that are sitting over here. This one is going to create this. This one is going to connect 4 and 4, actually equaling to only 7, but designing me the 8. Right. Now, when you're going to talk about this one, we're also going to try to understand that the game begins like this. Let me see if I got that right. The game begins like this. We have 1 square, which cannot be put in the middle of this square until you create this. And when that's created, you can create a single square in the center over here. But you have to fabricate this entire house. So you're going to have 6, I think it's 6 X's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fifth free one in the center. So you have 5 X's out of 9 areas over here, and then you get 1 O with the O that you're in. The O and O equals to the 30, right? O plus O equals to the 30, but the 5 by 24 equals to what is 120. That's your base, right? That's your base. So that's 150. So I can get into this and tell you a bunch of stories, but just to know, inside of 1 and 5 is 2, 3, 4 vibration. Inside every single Roman numeral is 2, 3, and 4. I mean, in between 1,000, 500, 100, then 50, and then 10, etc. The reason for that is 1,000. Take it to a single digit. That's M. So we're going to go 1. We're going to go 1, and then D is 5, and then C is 1, and then L is 5, and then X is 1, and then V is 5, and then I is 1. So your Roman numerals are doing this, and there's 4, 3, 2 in between. The 5 can look like this, and you can put the 1 on each side. The numeric values to the combination of V1, 1V equals 4, 5, and 6 equals to 15, plus the value of the letter, right? It just creates the MO coming together, 28, 6 and 4. There was something else inside of this. You're going to create what is 5 minus 1 equals to 4 Mars, 5 plus 1 equals to Saturn. 5, if you use the 2 of them to the minus stage, you'll get the 3rd planet Earth. To the plus stage, you'll get the 7th planet Uranus, bringing Mars, Earth, and Uranus together. If we're going to play it, we're going to play it 7, 5, 7. Right? There's other ways to play it, right? I can play it as 6, 7, and 6. So one of the ways of playing this and understanding it is if we're playing in the 7 scale over here, where this is 7, this is 5, this is 5. Now remember, you can change all this. You can say it doesn't work. The house of the even numbers is not on the other side of the street, but 6 connects 5 and 7, and 6 connects 5 and 7. So you either have 5, 7, right? Or you're going to tell us about the 6. Now, it doesn't only have to be done this way. Maybe I should be doing it this way, right? So I have to, and maybe the 6 is like a half area, or maybe it's the reverse, right? Can it be the reverse where we do this, right? And then encompass it like this, right? That's the outside, and this is the inside of the connection between here and here. So you either have this one, right, or this one over here. Now, the reason for that is that singular number over here. That's where I get the 5, talking about the 5. When you're talking about the 5, automatically, okay, 5 and 9 is a form. The same way that when you connect your 6 here, right, your 66, you connect it to 8. Your 8 connects to 66, and your 8 goes right over here. Going over here in this area, you see, here's your 8. I'm just going to keep that light, right? You have all your 6, and then over here, keeping the 6 together is that 8. And then when you connect the 9 doesn't go over the 5. It goes over the 8. And you have 8 and 9 coming together. You have 8 and 9 coming together, right, in area 5 and 7. The reverse of these numbers is either, sorry, not the reverse, the void of these numbers on a cube is 42. The reverse to a central circuitry, which means I need a circumference of 360, putting the 5 in the center, I'm going to have to use the number 5. 5 and 5 will equal to 10. I get the center. Then what I do for 7, the 7 I get the 3, right? And that'll create 10, and then I'll get another center from both of them, one larger than the other. With this model of 4, right? With the model of 4 over here, there is no center. So when you create the circumference around this one over here. I hope we're able to see this. Okay, you're going to start with 4, right? But you're not going to get 8 here. You're going to get 12. And then on the next one, okay, you're going to get a total of 20. What's going to happen? We're going to just draw this out, right? Let me see. Did I draw this one out good? And I draw this one. So you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got 6 on the top. You got 6 on the bottom. You got 4 on each side. 6, 4, 6. Mars base, 4 in the center to Mars to 1 and 2, 12 equals to 3 Earth. Mars core inside of this one, the Mercury core inside this one. Note that when you have Mars, you have what is a double Venus. There's a double Venus and a triple Venus, right? But the triple Venus becomes the half-life. And then you have the quarter lives, where it becomes 8, where you're divided between 6 and 6, and that's where this comes in over here, to this side and to this side. But this is only one piece of the denomination of the totality. Let me see if anybody said anything over here. Whoop. Okay, so just give me 1 second. I'm in a trend of thought right now. I have to check something out. What is RN? Is this live, Ron? Was this live? What was live? No, I don't think that was live. So I'm gonna go back to my video right now. Oh boy, sun is coming out. Okay, so it seems like there's 4 people here. If anybody has any questions, do not hesitate. I'm quite sure must be some people either at work, listening in their vehicle. You ever hear of the 18-wheeler? Did you know that there are 18? This heart over here in Rubik's Cube has 12. There are 12. Here, 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 here. And then you always have to remember, it's more dimensional, right? Like that. So now you're going to have a color here, right? A color here, and a color here, and a color here, and a color here. So isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic, right? Because this is the half-life, right? I always call this the half-life because it breaks everything in half, but it's half of 4 worlds. But what's crazy about it, right, is it's only taking up 1 cube and it's 1/4. So that actually becomes the half-life in itself, with the half-life of 3. The other corner, or if I put this all the way around can I come over here and do this here, right? What would it take for me to encompass this area here, right? What would it take for me to encompass that area there? See over here, that's all I got over here, right? But the transformation is over to the right side. So we can see only this corner will show that dimension. Always got to learn. So now we know we're going to go back to it. So going around this one or going around this one is not the same. They're different. So I'm going to come back to the dog and the cat. The number of letters in cat moved over to 4. So it moves over to this realm over here, right? 4. The dog is 5. So the dog was always a 3 and now is a 5. So instead of it being the 3 cubed then being on the inside here, right? If you want to look at it that way, we're going to go into the 5 by 5. So I'm going to have to stretch this out and put 2 more border lines on it. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm just jumping all over the place, is the letter Y, right? The letter Y tells me, I don't know why, but it shows me the T in the road, okay? So it shows me a meeting point between 3 areas, right? I also look at it as 3 times 120, okay, equals to 360. Now we need to use 360 as a base. So you can go, so you have to go a minimum of, I think it's 60 degrees. That's what the clock says, but you can go any number. So you go 60, and then you go, let's say 120, and then the backside is 180, right? And this will make up your 360. Now, if we were working with the O letter, right? This one runs in the 90s. This one runs in the 120s. In the 90s, you are born for the 9 months, right? The 9 months. I got somebody calling. Just 1 second. Okay, so now we're down to 3. And one of them is me. So where were we with this? Yes. So because the cat is 4, the cat will be found here. Because the 5 is here. Now what happens between these 2 over here, right? Well, if we go into this house here, right, we can see that singular area can go everywhere, right? So this one goes everywhere. The 4, right, the 1 goes in 9 areas, but the 4, what's going to happen to the 4 is it's going to hit this area here, and then this area here, and then this area here, and then this area here. So 4 can go, 4, okay, has times 4 areas. So that is going to fit into the 90s over here, right? The other one is the Y. Now, where are my 3 areas of the Y? So my basic 3 areas of the Y is here, 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 right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 areas of Y. We get 4 areas of the O. Yo, 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 the 15th letter representing Mars, right? The 25th letter representing the connection to Jack, connecting it to Earth. This will be 9, remain 9, and when it's 09, it's all the way up to 99. So you have to ask yourself, what's included in this, right? So let's just keep this on the side. But basically, you can see that now the dog and the cat, right, both start with the CH. One is the IN, a life, for example, right? This is 21, this is 29. Did I get that right? 14 and 5 is 19, and 9 is 28, 38. Did I get 39? 39 is for angel. Dog's noted to be soul. 3, 11, 25, 35, 39. The dog is noted to be 10. The cat is what makes all the movement and what's inside of you, right? That's your communication. It becomes 5 and 3. 3 and 2, 5, 9 and 3, 12, 1 and 2, 3. I was also speaking before, so what's going to happen here is you're going to get 81 for Venus, right, in that one. And then in this one over here, you're going to get 4 times, you're going to get 108, right, 10, 8, like that October thing, right? And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're going to get 135. Check that out. They both, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? What happens is the 27 letter alphabet reverse is going to give you this. Well, I'm not really 100% sure what it tells you in certain instances. Noted that the extremities, right, of a cube are always going to be 10. 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3, 7, 4 and 5. We also have noted that we have 4 areas inside and 4 areas outside to 1 core center. So we still has to go through discussion on all these realities, right? So we understand what's happening with the dog. This one, 135, which really, I'm going to show you something. Note that 135, right? And when it's 135, this is what it's like. You can show me more, right? You can show me more. You can say, well, this is 1, or this is 1. You can say, well, this is 3, like the 1 dot, the 2 dots, the 3 dots. So, but I'm putting it out this way right now, okay? You also have to note that this is a singular area. So now you would come with the question, right? Is this where my first rectangular brick comes from? Because this is completion over here, right over here. Just gonna do it this way. So this is your 135, in which you get 1 block, and then you get a total of 9 blocks, and then you get a total of 25 blocks. Okay, and that's the total number of blocks. Here we added on 8. We added on 1 and 8, and here we added on 16. 2 times 4 equals to 8. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. 4 times 4 equals to 16. 4 plus 4 equals to 8. The 24 hours a day of 1/3 and 2/3, right? The 1/3, you want to call this, when you reach 13, you've started the zodiac sign over again. So you would end up with, just give me a second, you would end up 8 here. You'd end up 16 over here. In the 16, this reverts to 7 and 6. So it'll be 8, 7, and 8, 6. To note, when it's 8, 6, it divides, there's a separation, and that separation is the connection where the 7 connects to the 8. The 6 is divided by the 6 and 8. The 7 and 6 are the one side of the cube and the other side of the cube. Let me see. It's not, no, I don't want to use it that way. I don't want to use it that way. The 7 and 6 are noted to be the cap to 3 and 4, right? The cap to 3 and 4 is 7 and 6. 7 here and 6 here. The dice cube, when the 3 is opposite, it's opposite of the 4. There is no 7 and 6, right? I just have to see how can I explain this. If you want to create a center, right, the 3 will create a center equaling to what is 10, and the 4 will create that. The 4 creates it here, the 3 creates it here. All you have to do is look at your number pad, right? The base of everything, of all that I do, sits right over here. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3, 5, 7, 1, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8, 4, 5, 6. When you go from 1 over to 9, it's 4 and 4. So you possibly have to go around the 5, right? Remember that, 4 and 4 going around the 5. Here, right, it's 2 and 2. So you possibly can go right through the 5. Down this way, it's by 3s. Over this way, it's by 1. Down this way, it's by 3s. Over this way, it's by 2s, right? But over this way, it's by 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? How everything moves. And the 5, well, that's how everything moves around the 5. And the 5, well, doesn't move at all, right? The snake doesn't move at all. So let me just, give me a second. It's a little hot outside. Tammy, yeah, what's all this Cybertron planet in my star map of the skies for real? Is that our alien invasion prophecy? It's where the Transformers? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So this number, right, is drawn up with 44, which either comes from 22 or 84, right? 84 is Pluto. Also note that the letters HD like Harley and Davidson. So I want to show you what happens. You see, because the 135 goes over here, right? That doesn't fit, right? Somebody got me a shirt that doesn't fit, and they keep telling me you left your shirt here. Well, why would I take a shirt that doesn't fit me somewhere else unless I give it away, right? Anyways, your 575 is over here, right? We showed this piece over here. So we note that the ace is doing this. What is happening, right, inside one of our games? I'm jumping around a little bit, right? There's a game. I'm going to set it up, right? And I'm going to show you the mathematics of it. And there's a lot of math in it. A lot of math. All simple math, of course. All simple math. It's the equations that are a little bit more difficult to understand. So in row number 1, right, should I count this is row 1 or this is row 1? Where would row 1 be, right? So I'm starting row 1 over here. Then row 2. In row number 2, I have an 8. In row number 3, right, row number 3 over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13, I have 16. Then I have 25. Oh, did I get that right? 24, sorry, made a mistake, 24. And then I have 32. And then I have 40. And then I have 48. It ends there. There is no 56 and 64. So either you start the game here and here, or you start the game here and here, right? Now, let me just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to do this like that. Now, I'm not picking this number out of my head, right? I'm not picking this number out of my head. And we do this like that. Can you tell me what I'm doing? This is the Monopoly game, right? This is the game of Monopoly. So if the A started from this center core over here, would it be starting, and now I'm going to have to do this very gingerly, right? Because when I do this, right, and I end up over here, we don't want to chop the corner in half. I don't want to chop the corner in half, okay? Right? So I'm doing it like this. Right? And I'm going to have to stop. You see the way I stop here? And then I'm going to continue it onto this side. And then I'm going to run. Whoop, that's the center here. And then I'm running it up over here. So you see the way you have this little area here? You ever see the ribbons? Well, the ribbon cuts off that corner over here. So here's where the ace comes in, right? So my question is, can it be here, or should the ace actually be running down this way? I'm going to show you. The ace runs down this way. I'm going to show you. We're going to put a little color, make it easier to see. So the beginning of the ace, well, let's make it here. Right? The beginning of the ace is here. Let me see if I got it in there. That's the beginning of the ace. We're going to do it that way. Now, we must keep this in check, and we must keep, we can't touch it. We have to put it on the outside of the rim, right? We chop it on the outside of the rim there. I'm just trying to see if that's where it is or it comes here. The second one up, is it here? And here, and here. Yes, okay, here. And the reason for that is we got to keep in this area and this area here inside of that. So this is where my A comes in. We also have to note, this is one of the corner pieces, right? We also want to show you, I want to show you that this area over here is a train. I need to leave a property on each side of that train. So I'm going to go ahead and put the train here and put the train here, right? Did I get that right? This is inside this. No, I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to do it the other way. So hold on a second. How do I switch this? Okay. I can switch it like that. Okay. And then we're going to put the orange here, right? And then the orange here, because the train track owns two sides, right? The train track is always towards two sides. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to run my pen right, from here over to here. Okay, we have to run it over here. We have to understand how the dimensions are made. Don't forget this is the corner. So now we have like this, okay? We have all these properties, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 properties and 6 properties over here. And where the train owns 3 of the properties and the cutting lines, right, for this over here. Let me see the front and the side. Right, and the cutting line starts here, and this one over here starts, let me see, did I get that right? Starts there, and the other one goes in between over here. You see the way I chopped this corner, and then the other one here, okay, I chopped that corner over here. My ace stands in between. I'm trying to fully understand where I'm going with this. Just to note that when you do this, I should have started this to the beginning. I need to do it every single way. This is towards go. So if I do it the other way, right, it would be this way, right? Let me do the, okay. And now once you do this, I'm just gonna make it a little bit easier to see and not give you all the internet, the integral details of this. 1 second, it's here. And then it's here. And so the ace will be running on every single side of this board. This one is towards go, this is go to jail, this is free parking. You will have 4 aces. But according to blackjack, you can only have 3 aces that are valued at 1. And then what you're gonna have is 1 ace valued at 11. So this will be 3 and 11, CK coming together. This is your base of CK coming together. Also, the 11 and the 3 in the game of pool are red. So you understand the intricacy of understanding what is your 1, 3, 5 ace. So when you start looking at over here, it tells you a story. It tells you a story over here. Also to note that the SUN, right, 1, 3, 5, telling me that S is divided up amongst alternative places, so is the 3. Only when you get to the 5 do you get outside the box and where the 5, or the E world, encompasses what is 1 and 3. And your 1-3 cycle, your 1-3 cycle of the electric moon, the electric man on the moon, which extends from number 13, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4. Earth and Mars equals to 12 and 7 equals to 19. Your DNA. 13 and 1, what is 13 and 1? We can go to 12 colors of Rubik's Cube, right? 12 double colors of Rubik's Cube for 24, plus the 1 core, the Holy Ghost that you never get to see, which alternates the entire cube itself. Let me roll it back a little bit. Here I was just drawing up, right? Let me see. Yeah, here I was just, let me see if I can make my screen smaller. I was just drawing up the G and the G and trying to see what it's actually doing inside. You know, is it showing me the number 6 inside the 7th letter, equaling to 1313, that there's a passage between the 2? That, is this the T over here? Is this the I if I made it larger? What's going on? Should we be counting what the skeleton part is, what the voided space is, or inside the colored area, right? And you can see on the lower side, here again are 2 G's coming together. We've heard of lightning, right? And Nina represents 9, 10 and 9 come together. So if you look at this strip over here, here is the breaking point. There's 9 above and 9 below. But if we want to link them together, I overlap this one and I go to 10th one over here to this one over here. The reason for that is it's a direct separation. There is no connection on this one. If it would be one more area, right? Let's say this would be the 10th area here, and there would be, I'm just trying to think that there'd be 8 here and 8 here, and this would be the 10th. You notice there's an odd, 2 even numbers, right? And the odd number. So this number over here, right, is going to be the ninth number. Let me say that again. Hold on a second. I'm the 10th number. 9, 10, 9. 9, 10, 9. This one is 9. See, I can't do 9, 10, 9 over here. I have to go, I get to 9, and then I have to go 9 again because there's 9 more here, and this is where the center is. Here is the center of this one. So I go 919. That 919 is where the moon comes in. So right away you know, right, it becomes this heart. You already know the sun divides everything, right? You can even see it over here, right? We also to note that in the Monopoly games, the trains. Now what I want to get onto is the 40 birth cycle, the 40 weeks. And it's not 40 weeks because you also have included in there the time of the cycle where nothing has happened. It's counted in between the moons, as they say, right? So 40 weeks are 277 days. Let's just work on 40 weeks. So what happens is, why did we call it the birth day when your birth only took 9 months? So you have 9 full months, so you have 40 weeks. So what you're going to do is you're going to go, let me see if I can spin this backwards. You're going to go 9 months, something to do with what times what equals to 9. Hold on a second. But just I have to calculate something. 12 divided by 9 equals 133. 9 divided by 12 equals 0.75. So they had an add-on, right, of 3 months to our calendar. Or they added on, let me see if I get this right, 1.33 times 12. 1.33 times 9. Right. So it's 1.334 times 9, which will create the 12. Okay, so there's something to do with the numbers. I don't remember what the calculation is. Sorry about that. I feel a little foolish in this, but I know there's something missing because everything works out perfectly. All right? Everything works out perfectly. Just trying to see I lost my okay. Let me see. So everything works out perfectly. So where are we going to go next with this? You know, first it was hot, then it was cold, then it was hot, then it was cold. And I'm wearing a big sweater, so just give me a second. Just give me 1 second over here. Whoop, the pen. So we can see the 36 cycle comes here, right, inside the Mars numbers, but not inside the sun, the split sun numbers. What this is over here, or these are all the splits around the core, right? The Mars split around the core is this. So it'll run 4, 12, 20, 28, 36, 44, right? This one is going to go, right, 13. It's going to go 44. I'm just trying to think. Yes, this is around. How many pieces are around? This one over here it's not going to be 16 pieces around. I'm going to show you. Just give me a second to explain this entire thing, right? Let me show you this Monopoly piece again. It's a little twisted, but so what happens is we have the, like I marked it here, you have the 1 in the center, then there's 8 that go around it. Then there's 16 that go around that. And as you get bigger, you have 16, right, that go around the 8. You have 24 that go around the 16. When we finish over here, when we finish counting over here, right, we end up with 72, 73, plus 40, plus 56. We have a total of 169 areas, 168 areas around 1, okay? The week that we live is 168 hours, right? This is 169. The rotation cycle of numbers in this is 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and it stops right here. It does not go 2 and 1. Where do I get these numbers? Remember, everything I do, I can show you where it comes from. And you get those numbers from here. 1, 8, 6 and 1 is 7. 2 and 4 is 6. 3 and 2 is 5. 4 is 4. 4 and 8 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 6 and 5, 11 and 10, because this is our downright base creation from the one spirit of the 8th heaven. Okay, the 8th and the 9th position brings our birth into the heavens of right here, of this position over here. The pig and the ram, first zodiac sign, 5th position. Yet the first zodiac sign starts in the 3rd month. If you connect, if you make a connection, some of these connections will not work and some of them do work. When I go, well, let me start with, I think it's the 3rd one. Is it this one that creates 64? And then this one creates 64. I'm trying to remember how these numbers connect together, right? I think there might be only this amount of numbers, and I might have to put 8 and then 1 as it starts over again. So if I put 1 over here, right, I'd get 9. Anyways, I don't know how, but I know there's a cycle in here. If I run by the 4 cycle, which means 4 skin, 4 cycle, right? I run over here, my numbers are going to be, my numbers are going to run like this. This is the singular box, and this is going to be the 4 box, right? So in the 4 box, I run 4, 8, 12, right? 4, 8. Let me do this here. 4, 8, 12, 20, 28, 36, 44, and I stop. Area space is now started from here, but I'm going to do the last 2, okay, which is 48. Why am I going by 4? No, I'm wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. That's another equation. Four, 12, 20, 28, 36, 44, 52. Look at that. Earth comes in. 60, 68. The divided planet in the 9th position, in the 5th position, in the 7th position, in the 6th position, in the 8th position. 8 and 6 get divided, right? You get divided over here, number 16, the half-life, 28 cycle. 12 is purple. So is 4, right, when you play pool. So in this one over here, your cycle is going to run, sorry, it's going to be run 4, 3. It's going to run 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so do you see what's going on now? The question is, what's next? Okay, do you notice I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Right? You see that? I used them all. And then this one over here, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just see this one again. Let me see, did I get that right? 1, 8, 7, 4, 8, 12. 48 and 8, 56 and 8 is 64. There was no 9 inside of this one. Look at that. I repeated the 1 twice. So the total of this one over here is going to be 37, right? This one is going to be 45. Or this is going to be 37 and 45. So in Monopoly, what it is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th, okay, area here is the train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The train is 77. The power, the energy, the engine, Christ, creation of the student. 7, 7, and 7. You can't be everywhere. Where you are, if you are here, you are not here, here, or here. Should I be running these together, right? And then to be running off of you over here? I don't know. I'm just showing you how to build the game I'm playing. So when you do all of this, what I can do with this also is I just want to see if I switch around the numbers. Just give me a second. 70, 66, 62. Can you see that? Yeah, you could. 62, 58, 90, 86. Oh, it's in its own position. This is the only one in its position, right? That one's going to get